Morning, lovers. Welcome to Facebook Live 30. Only 2 more days left before this year is over. Hallelujah. If you're jumping on, drop me a little hi so I know you're here. Hey, Hillary. Sometimes, I don't know, it's so weird. Sometimes Facebook shows me who's watching and other times it doesn't. So anyway, we'll just get straight into it. So today I want to talk about the power of changing your story, okay? And how you can change your story, or you can begin to change your story with the way that you think, with what you believe, with the way that you speak, right? You have more power than you realize. And something that happens to us is that we get stuck in this loop of pain, right? We get stuck in these loops, these thought loops. And the way that I kind of see it is like a figure 8, right? And we get stuck in going around and around in these loops of pain, these loops of thoughts, and like we're good for a little bit and then we go back to the same thoughts, or something will happen to show us that, I don't know, let's say you have a belief that, you're not seen. You're not seen. People don't see you. They don't know who you are, right? They don't know your worth. I had a friend say this to me the other day. She's like, and she keeps saying it to me, she's like, nobody knows who I really am. Nobody sees me for who I am, right? So I'm going to use this as an example today. And, you may have an experience where you do feel seen and it's really invigorating for you, right? And then you go through your loop and then something happens, and maybe that person who constantly proves to you that, they don't see you comes into your life again, and you go back and you cycle back, right? Now, the older you get, the more solid these pillars of pain are, right? And so it kind of takes us a little bit of extra work to break down these pillars of pain and to get ourselves out of these cycles, these really negative cycles that we get ourselves into. And a lot of the times it's unconscious, but now that I'm talking about it, you'll probably become more aware of how you get stuck in these negative loops, these negative thought patterns, right? So something that, and I've talked a lot about the Observer program that I've been running this year. It's based on the law of assumption. And one of the things that is really important that you have to do, and this is why this program is so difficult, and a lot of my people who did this program are like, oh my God, Anthea, this is your hardest program yet. They were like, what you have to do is you have to actually figure out what your thought patterns are. And then you have to figure out what your belief systems are. And then you have to flip your whole mindset inside out and change your thinking and change your belief systems and knock down the pillars of pain so that you can create new pillars. Pillars that support this new empowered version of you. Pillars that support the version of you who is seen and heard and appreciated by others, right? This is what you have to do. So today I'm going to give you a little tool that you can start using today, right now. And in fact, it's a great thing to do it before the new year's up, right? Before the new year comes. So, hey, Willow. Hey, Lucia, beautiful lady. Hi, Taziana, Jennifer, Reginda. Hey. So, and whoever else is watching that I cannot see, hello to you too. So what you do is you sit down, and you really got to be dedicated to this process, because you're going to have to do it more than once. It's not going to be one time hit and you're done. You're going to have to keep doing it, because as you knock down layers of this pillar, new layers will appear, and you'll be like, oh my God, where did that one come from, right? Hey, Michelle. So you have to commit to it. And if this is all you do consistently for the next week, give it 7 days. And I promise you will begin to see results. The universe will start to show you evidence of your transformation taking place through people, actions, experiences, through how you feel, right? Through how you feel, the universe will show you evidence of this. Hey, John, how you going? Okay. So what you do is you sit down with your piece of paper and your pen, and you start writing out your old story. Okay, you start writing out your old story. And you start it with the old story, or my old story is that I'm not seen, that people don't really know who I am, that I'm not really valued and appreciated for who I am, that whatever it is that women, let's say you're a man and it's about women don't value my masculine energy. Women don't allow me to support them the way that I want to support them, the way that makes me feel really empowered. And if you're a woman and, men don't see my worth, they don't value my integrity and my strength, pardon me, they're intimidated by my power, right? Whatever your story is, no one listens to me. Nobody really hears what it is that I have to say. And you write out your old story. And as you write, what's going to happen is you have to write this. Don't type it. There's power in using a pen and actually using your hand to write this story out. There's something magic in it, okay? And then when you finish that, you start your new story. My new story is that I'm seen in surprising ways. That everywhere I go, people appreciate my presence and my worth. I feel empowered. I feel like an empowered masculine man who is appreciated for who he is and what he brings to the table. I am appreciated as the divine woman that I am. Men see my worth. Men love getting to know me and spending time with me. Men show me that I'm a priority in their life. The people in my life value me. They appreciate me and they show it, right? So whatever your story is, you write your new story, however you want to show up in this world, however you want to be seen and met, you write it out, okay? You write it out in a powerful way. You can make up whatever scenario you want. And then that will be your new story. And then you go and you burn that old story. And you let it burn. And as you're burning it, you affirm that you are done with this story. That this old story has served you in a powerful way. But you're no longer willing to play out this story anymore. You're setting a powerful intention that the chapter of this story is over. It's finished. And then what you have to do is you have to commit to your new story. So what that means is you have to start moving things out of the way that do not align with your new story. And that may be lovers that you so deeply love getting entangled with, but are not serving you and not aligning to your new story. That may be people or habits or actions or things that you do that no longer align to your new story. Let the old story go. Let it burn. Get rid of it. And that may mean also releasing people. It may mean releasing daily habits that do not serve you anymore, right? So then you start aligning to your new story. And you're like, wow, what does this new me do that I'm not doing now? How does this new me behave? What does she or he do every morning that the old me didn't do? And you start doing it, right? You start doing it. You get up every day and you get dressed like that new person and you read out your story. Okay, you read out your new story every day loudly and proudly so the universe can hear you, right? So that your unconscious mind can hear you, so that you start building this new pillar and creating this new loop of power, of self-power, no longer pain, right? Hey, Susan. Hey, Pallavi. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Sanjay. Right? Makes sense? Now, what's going to happen is, as you start to do this, your energy is going to change. You're going to tap into the energy of this person that you're trying to become, that you're trying to step into. You're going to tap into the vibration of your new story. Like that, you are in a new dimension. You're in a new reality. So when we talk about being in a new dimension, a new reality, the new world, all of that, there's states of consciousness, guys. the twin flames, all of that, they are states of consciousness that you can tap into at any time. It's just a choice. And so as you affirm, I'm choosing my new story, and you start taking bold actions towards your new story, you will receive evidence that you're in this new dimension. Right? Now, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging, because if you've been stuck in this loop, right, this loop, and in this story for the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years, there's going to be some resistance that shows up. Right? There's going to be the little girl or the little boy showing up going, hey, don't do that. Don't go over there. That's all right. We're all right the way we are. This isn't such a bad story. Stay here. Right? And this is where the warrior in you has to rise and be like, no matter how many emotions I feel, no matter how much pain I feel, no matter how much resistance I feel to letting go of this old story, I am choosing to let it go. And you can affirm, I let go of the old story with ease. I move into the new story with ease, right? Now, as you do that, as you move through untangling this old pattern, it's like an addiction, right? You will have withdrawal symptoms. More things will show up. More stories will show up. So again, you sit down and you write it out. Oh, I just realized I've got another story that, I'll give you an example. That when I get into new relationships or new connections with men, for example, I'm confused by their intentions with me. The old story is that I'm confused by men's intentions, that I get mixed messages from men, that I'm not really sure if they're really into me, or I assume they're dating other women, or whatever your story is. You write it out, and then you write out the new story, and you burn the old one. Again, same process, right? This tool is so powerful. If you did this every time an old story showed up, you will completely transform your life, right? It is so, so powerful. So now you have 2 stories to read, right? And you can keep your stories really simple and easy. Men show up and clearly communicate what their intentions are with me. Men make me a priority. Women make me a priority, whatever it is, right? You just keep it simple. But you have to commit to your story. You have to commit to your new story. Every day, you read out your new story and you listen to a positive affirmation. If you listen to a positive affirmation track first thing in the morning, you are installing a new positive story every morning into your unconscious mind. You're help supporting to build that pillar, that powerful pillar that gets you everything that you want in this life through this. Remember, this is the operating system. This is your most powerful tool when it comes to seeing the world through a new lens, right? So on my YouTube channel, if you're not already following my YouTube, Anthea Spark, come and follow it and look up the track Mindset Magic. It is an affirmation track that I designed especially for this specific thing, what I'm talking about, okay? My phone's getting really dark and I don't know why. Okay, so anyway, so does that help you guys? Does that give you guys some direction on what you're going to do, how you're going to start to change your story? And especially moving into the new year, you want to start the new year with a new story. Yeah, you want to let the bullshit go of this year. Yeah, let it go, change it. You don't have to hold on to the past anymore. And if you're still healing from the past, you can start building new powerful pillars. Yeah. You can start moving forward in an empowered way with all of the lessons from the past. But you know what? I'll just say this one final thing before I wrap up. There's so much sadness in this world. Yeah, there's so many people who experience so much pain. Like daily I'm meeting people and I'm like, wow, there's so much pain in this world, right? There's so many people who have been so hurt, these beautiful souls who don't deserve this pain. But what we do is we hold on to it, right? And we let that pain We let that pain be a part of our story. And some of us hold on to it for a really long time and we struggle to let it go because it's a big part of our identity. Okay? And then we beat ourselves up and we blame ourselves. We're like, how did I create that? God, I'm an idiot. God, if only I had just done this or done that, right? If only I was wiser or blah, blah, blah. And so we get into these loops of beating ourselves up and attacking ourselves, right? And it is so damaging to ourselves. And so it is so important that you start to treat yourself with great respect and great honor. When you treat yourself with great respect and great honor, and you're like, that's right, Anthea. It's all right that you made that decision. It's okay that you chose to get entangled with that guy even though you saw the red flags and you ignored them. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. We learned something new, right? And we move on. And next time we're not going to let a man do that to us. Or next time we're not going to get entangled with a man who shows us what they're capable of at the start. Because we so deeply desired to connect with other, right? We're going to keep moving on. When you honor yourself in that way, like you would a friend, right? You wouldn't say to your friend, God, you're an idiot. What'd you do that for? Now look at you, you're heartbroken and you're trying to heal. You wouldn't say that to your friend. So why would you say it to yourself, right? When you honor yourself in that way, you start to thrive. You start to run, right? You start to run towards that person that you desire to become, right? And again, if that's all you do, if you don't even do the story changing, if you just start treating yourself with honor and respect, right, you will transform your life because you'll be starting to value yourself. Now, when a person who walks in a room that values and honors themselves, when someone like that walks in a room, you feel their energy. There's a power in their energy. Just in the same way as you feel someone who walks in the room who is insecure and doesn't love themselves, you feel that. Yeah? And so you choose which one you want to be. You choose which one. So Taziana's saying, true, Anthea, thank you so much for your powerful, gifted wisdom. You're welcome. Charlie's saying, real talk. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Kiko. Right? It all starts up here. So what am I ready to start believing about myself? What do I want to bring in the new year? Right? And the minute you start affirming it, it starts happening. Right? I now attract honest men who know what they want and are willing to show me affection, attention. They're willing to put in time for our connection and effort and whatever it is you want. I now attract women who are confident and secure and emotionally stable, right? Whatever you want, you can have, right? But it all starts with your operating system. Really, really important, guys. So anyway, I think I'll leave it there. I've rambled enough this morning. So sending you guys lots of love. Hey, Coombs, good morning. Know that you can transform anything that your heart desires. You can transform any trauma, pain, limiting belief. You can transform any toxic habit that you have. Okay, so this is how I help my clients. So if this is something that you want support with, right, send me a message. I've got a couple of sessions left for this year. If that's something that you want to start working on, or you're curious about how coaching may work with me, send me a message or drop a comment below and I'll get back to you when I can. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Hey, Lauren. Hope you and the baby are well. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 Melbourne, Australia time for another live. All right. Bye, guys.